Nope, that's wrong.
Hello there. It's Tuesday, June the 23rd, and I'm getting a lot of snow in my ears, and I'm concerned about it.
Snow,
How are
like
we doing?
like that?
I'm in the middle of a blizzard. It seems to be going down now that you're talking. I'm not concerned about it, Keith Carberry, because my name's Kylie Churchill, and we're here to do what we do every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which is that we're gonna talk to each other like it was a podcast
Yeah,
for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to play a video game together this week.
like it's a
It's
let's play
Satisfactory. Like it's a let's play.
for about 45 minutes.
And how are you doing this week on this Tuesday?
Oh,
June
it's
the
my birthday
23rd?
week, so I'm doing all right.
Ooh. That's going to be your birthday on a Thursday this week.
That's true. It's going to be Thursday, June 25th. I'm going to be 28 years old.
Get your e-cards ready. Get your e-cards. Send
Oh,
them over.
please send me an e-card.
Wishing you a happy.
There is nothing like being wished a happy, going to my email, seeing a little thing that says happy, clicking on it, and a little dog is there, and a little cartoon dog, and it waves.
Yep, it goes doo doo, and you can't hear it because GIFs don't make noise, but
Yeah.
you can tell it would give a little yip.
Sorry, I skipped the step where, like, in order to see the e-card, you've got to install some sketchy program.
You gotta download Flash.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you have to install. You have to use your Windows compatibility program to install Flash because no one has Flash anymore. It asks you if you want to install 8 different browser toolbars, and even though you say no, you still somehow get 2 of them. And then I can see a little dog waving.
So how's this week been?
This has been all right.
Yeah?
Here's what I did this morning. You ready for this?
Ooh.
I meant to make iced coffee. I made hot coffee.
Whoa. Okay,
went to make
first of all,
Iced
that's
coffee
a big
made hot coffee.
that's a big mistake.
Yeah, it's a big mistake. It's huge. It's a huge mistake. I'm like, it's like 50 degrees Celsius wrong.
It's like you were like trying to make oatmeal and you like
Made cold cereal.
Came back and it was ice cream. You're just like, how did this even happen? I churned this.
So you got your pour over thing, right? And you go, okay, well, 60% of this is going to be water, 40% of this is going to be ice. So I'm going to make really strong coffee that it just pours over ice and will cool down.
So you got the ratio wrong is what happened.
I forgot to put the ice in, and then I started pouring in the water, and I was like, this is fine. I'll just add the ice after. That technically doesn't have to hit the ice immediately. Like, that's fine. But then I just poured in all the water. I poured in 450 milliliters of water instead of doing like 300 milliliters of water and then adding the ice. So now I've got this hot coffee, and I feel like a total idiot.
Wow. All right.
It's fun. I just wanted iced coffee is all.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for the birthday, for the happies.
Yeah, everyone loves to. I mean, Juliet's in the chat saying happy birthday to all Keiths, and I'm not here to say that you shouldn't do that, but I am saying that might diminish the specialness that Keith is gonna feel.
Yeah, my dad's name is Keith. Don't say happy birthday to him.
Don't say happy birthday to all Keiths, because we already know some Keiths that really don't deserve it.
Yeah. Many of them not even their birthday.
And that's the thing. And in this particular case, you can't even specify by saying only happy birthday to Keith Carberry's. It has to be Keith
Yeah.
J.
Has to be
Carberry.
Keith J. Carberry. Don't go wishing happy birthday to Keith R. Carberry.
Robert
Richard.
Richard. Keith Richard. Okay, sure.
And don't even think about it, because none of my password recovery questions are what is your father's middle name. I already know that that's not something I would do.
uh that has happened to me a couple times. They'll be like, "What's your father's middle name?" And I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
curveball."
curveball. It's an
You have
easy
to
one. I
remember,
always know.
gotta remember, I have to quick ask myself, which version is it? Francis with an I or Francis with an E? And I have to remember which one's the girl one. It's the E one.
Um, here's my beef with those questions.
It's essentially public information that anyone could find out if they cared enough.
Well, I think that's part of it. Like, I just remember my password. Like, have password and password recovery. Those questions are not. That is not a safe thing. I think security wise. But
In general.
in general. But the other problem is that a lot of those questions are likely to change. Like, some of them are like, "What is the name of your favorite childhood pet?" I think that could change for me.
Well, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
or it's like,
I
"What's your
think
favorite movie?"
right, yeah.
That
That would,
changes.
yeah, that's nuts.
There's a lot of them that are like that are subjective. Or like, "What was the name of your favorite grade school teacher?"
Oh
I
yeah,
think that
that's
changes.
crazy.
Yeah, like usually I might say that that it was my 7th grade English teacher who was also my 4th grade homeroom teacher.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
yeah. I ended up she was a 4th grade homeroom teacher, and then at some point became a 6th grade English teacher and a 7th grade English teacher. So I ended up having her for like 3 years in grade school, which is fine because she was one of my favorite teachers. But I recently I decided that maybe my 8th grade English teacher was a favorite teacher of mine.
Wow, yeah.
And then
English
I had to
teachers are
change I had to
not
change banks. I had to change whole banks because of that.
in retrospect, English teachers weren't bad.
I actually had a really. I know that I just said that these two English teachers were really good, but I had a really bad experiences with English teachers, especially in high school.
Oh.
It was like my favorite subject, and I just
Mm,
always had English teachers, besides those 3 years, that didn't like me,
yeah.
or just kind of sucked.
It
Um,
was always like one of my least favorite subjects, but more because the work that topic would ask you to do was work that was not like compatible with like my abilities essentially. So like the work was hard for me to do even though I am really good at like reading comprehension and grammatical analysis and that kind of stuff. But in general, I think I'm looking back on it. I can think of one. My 8th grade English teacher was one of those. She was like old and mean and grumpy and hated me because I was a class clown until I slowly, over the course of the school year, proved how smart I was, and then she didn't hate me anymore.
wow, sounds like a movie.
But mostly my English teachers have been pretty good. My freshman year English teacher was like a guy who liked The Dark Tower, and he assigned us a Stephen King book. That was fun. I had my 7th grade English teacher was like extremely extremely gay and introduced us to a lot of cool books. And was very nice. Um,
I had a gay
yeah,
English teacher senior year in high school. He was all right. He was my
yeah,
He was the only English teacher that I liked besides the two that I mentioned in my whole school career, including
yeah.
including college. Some of the worst English teachers I ever had were English teachers that I was paying like $20,000 a year for.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Um,
I
yeah.
was.
No,
It was also
it
my major. Didn't finish. Shocking.
um people in the chat now, someone saying I don't think I had a single gay teacher, I feel like I missed out. Someone saying I think my grade 10 English teacher is gay. It's just funny like looking back on this particular teacher because like at the time it was like I'm looking at this teacher and being like could she be gay? And then like looking back on it, it was extremely obvious. Um,
Um,
but there was only one teacher in our school that was openly gay, and it was a man. And I didn't have a class with him. I only had a study hall, and he was kind of mean, which is too bad. But kids were fucking brutal to this man. It was
yeah,
like it was rough. It felt pretty bad for him, but he seemed all right. But he was just not a cool study hall teacher. Some people
yeah.
get study hall wrong.
I was thinking recently and realized that I have never had a teacher that wasn't white.
Huh.
Never. I've had plenty
Elementary
of
school.
teachers. I mean, I went to school for years. They make you.
It was like a whole career for you.
Yeah, yeah. From 5 to like 20.
Oh, my elementary school principal was African American, and my my 10th grade history teacher immigrated from Liberia. And I think that's it for non-white teachers that I had, if that's actually possible.
And one of what you said was a principal, not a teacher.
Yeah, and one of them was a principal.
Yeah. Um yeah, fucked up. America's bad. Massachusetts specifically is really racist. Um
Yeah,
there are plenty of black teachers in
surprisingly
Massachusetts. They
racist.
just all are made to teach a really bad unstable positions in Boston. Um and they all have to join that weird cult city year.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, you've never been in Boston and seen those, like 22-year-olds, they all wear that jacket.
Oh,
They
maybe.
all wear
I
that
mean,
red
like, maybe if I
jacket.
saw it.
It's like a teaching thing. It's basically you agree to join city year and they assign you a school to go to and you teach for like almost no money for like 2 years or something. And they've got all sorts of weird rules like you have to wear if you're in city year, you've got to wear the jacket, but you can't have like headphones in ever even in public. At no point you're not allowed to be
What?
seen in headphones wearing our jacket.
Wow.
And yeah, it's basically just a scam to get people to work for almost no money. It says that it's a charity, but really it's just scam.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Um
Um.
Boston has a lot of
Yeah.
city
Well,
year
while we're
teachers.
talking about school and race, and someone in the chat said kids at my school were rich little fuckers. I grew up in an affluent white suburb of Boston. But I'll say that one thing that we had for the whole school career was we had a busing program that brought in African American kids who lived in Boston to come to our school every day. And so that was like their school career was they went to our town. And I can't really speak to how that I can't really speak to those kids' experience traveling from Boston to Lexington every day. I can tell you they certainly had to get up early, and they were certain they were certainly spending a lot more of their day on school compared to us. But I can tell you with certainty that people who absolutely did benefit from it was all those white kids that otherwise would have gone to school their entire school career with like two black kids, like a handful of kids that are not rich and white. And I think that was really valuable for the kids that went to that school, including me. So busing programs are good.
Even better than busing programs would be non-segregated school districts
That would be cool. Yeah,
and
I'm hearing that.
and a way to fund schools that isn't literally reliant on the amount of money that the people who live in your town make.
That would be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that.
I don't know if for anyone that's not America, that's how they fund schools in America. They take how rich your town is and they give you more money.
That's
based on how
incredible.
rich the town is. The more rich the people in your town are, the more money your school gets.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm still people in the chat still kind of chiming in on the teachers like non-white teachers thing, and I am thinking about it. It's like I'm trying to think like teachers who were other non-white races I might have had, but I'm really coming up with basically zero.
um yeah. I mean, I had a teacher from Spain. She was white, because she's from Spain.
Right.
Not all people from Spain are white, but she was a white lady from Spain.
Yeah.
Um, I had French teachers from France. They were all white. Like I had non-white American teachers, but they were just white
Oh, yeah,
Europeans.
I guess I had a Spanish teacher one year who was, from like a Spanish-speaking country,
But do you
South
know which?
America.
Okay.
I don't remember which country, but it was in South America. Um, but then I did also have like, yeah, like my two other Spanish teachers I had were both white, I think, or actually one of them might have been African American. I don't know, don't remember.
Yeah, it's tough.
My
I also have like a bad memory of school. So like as much as I'm pretty
yeah,
certain that I have only had white teachers, there's also like I have such a bad memory
yeah,
of
yeah,
my whole life up until yesterday. I don't remember anything about my whole life.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um anyway,
Um,
we came into this, it sounded like you had something until we started talking about coffee. Did you have
I
something?
had. Oh no.
You're oh, maybe you were just bullshitting then.
Oh yeah, I that sounds like something I might do.
Yeah. What else is going on? What's
Um,
going on with you? Playing any games?
yeah, I've been playing a game.
Which game? Which game?
I've been playing I've been playing Red Les Redemption Part 2. I've been playing Sad Girls, Sadder Backpacks.
You're
Um
gonna have to be more specific.
I've been playing Cute Girl Sneak Murder Sim.
You've been playing The Last of
With
Us 2.
I have been playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Can I ask you what has made you do that?
I will answer this question for you, Keith, and please be prepared for this to be the most Kylie answer of all time.
Okay.
What happened was I was hearing everyone talk about The Last of Us 2, and it sounded bad. It didn't sound like a game that I wanted to play. And so I mentally, after a while, I mentally freed myself from the burden of being like, I should play The Last of Us 1 and
Yeah,
2
yeah.
eventually. These are games people care about, and they say they're good, and I'll play them and I'll enjoy them. And
Have
I
you
just
never
went,
played 1?
I played like the first hour, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Like, I basically got to, like, the first combat encounter and went like, I'm too tired, I'll come back later," and then I never came back later. Um,
And so you just skipped right to 2.
well, yeah, well, not even that, I also released myself of the burden of wanting to play 2. I'm like,
That's very unlike you to
Last
skip
of Us 1
1.
and 2, I don't care. People are saying it's not good,
Yeah.
and I was barely interested, I'm out. Um, but then as soon as I was out, then suddenly I'm like, well, now it's funny if I subject myself to this sad, brutal game for the enjoyment of Twitch viewers. But I don't want to pay for it. So basically I was just like, here's my Venmo. If you give me enough money to buy The Last of Us Part 2, I will. And so that's what happened. And then I streamed it and was actually really surprised. I will say you reminded me last night about the whole massive problems with sexual harassment and cover up at Naughty Dog, and I had
Yeah.
completely forgotten about that and I felt bad. I totally would not have bought this game if I had remembered that. But that's what happened, and I've been playing the game and actually enjoying it way more than I expected. So I've been having quite a good time with lesbian Red Dead Redemption.
Red. What was yours? What was your version?
Red Les Redemption Part 2.
That's probably the best way to fit
Yeah.
that in there.
And I to
Or
the reason
really,
I
it
was
would be Les Dead Redemption because of the the fridging controversy. Also, that was
Well, yeah. Well,
did
I
they
don't know.
change that because that was like 3
That's what
years
I'm
ago.
wondering. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because when they announced this game, it was like announcement trailer. There's a girl kisses Ellie something, and then people are like, okay, that's cool, but like, is the story of this game that the girl gets kidnapped or murdered, and then Ellie has to go on a revenge quest?
And they
And
basically were like, yeah, right.
yeah, their answer was like, well, narrative tropes are tropes for a reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that line
Yeah.
when. Well, yeah, they were like, does this lesbian die in this?" And they were like, "Yeah, yeah, that's cool, right?" And everyone was like, "No, that's not cool. That's like a
Well, I
trope that everyone is really sick of." And then they were basically like, but isn't it a trope because it's inherently good?"
to be fair, my read on it was always not that the girl dies, but that the girl gets kidnapped. Um,
Oh, okay.
that was my read on it. That could have been a slightly incorrect read,
I at the
but
time this is from forever ago. This is from like the announcement trailer or something. I think it was like at least 2 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
So my memory was that the conversation was about fridging, and I know
yeah,
that I don't think fridging has to mean that someone dies,
right,
but
yeah.
because that was the term everyone was using, I think I at least assumed that that
Yeah, you're right.
she died.
That's a good point. I don't know if people are always specifically referring to death when they're talking about fridging, or if people are also considering kidnapping as that. But
If
so
this
yeah,
is, by the way, if this
basically,
is the only video game podcast you've ever heard, I guess it's not only a video game thing, but it's also
it
in
is
movies.
yeah, it's from comics,
Yeah.
but
Oh, it's from comics. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah,
Fridging is a term that basically means that something horrible happens to a person so that someone else can have a story.
yeah. It refers to this moment in a '90s Green Lantern comic where Green Lantern Kyle Rayner comes back to his apartment and opens his refrigerator to find his girlfriend has been off page, has been murdered and uh, what do you call it? Dismembered and put in his refrigerator,
Ugh.
so that this can be a very painful emotional experience for him. It's basically like killing a female character to make a boy feel very sad and motivated to get revenge.
Yeah.
Is what
Specifically,
fridging is.
like it's like to make plot. It's just like an
Yeah.
easy, cheap
Yes.
way to have a plot.
Yeah.
A
Um.
violent, easy, cheap, violent way to have a plot.
Um. And yeah, so I'm playing this game, and I am wondering if they changed course on this, because I'm waiting for the shoe to drop on your girlfriend thing. Right now, the game is like, how in the first game you play as Joel and then Ellie's helping you out, and this one you play as Ellie and Dina is helping you out. At least for the first 8 hours, which is how far I am in. So,
Yeah. I've heard this
um,
game's really long.
really,
Yeah,
okay,
my impression is that you're about 25% of the way through this game.
yeah, that is also mine. Yeah. Um, and yeah, so the reason I was calling it Red Les Redemption is because you're these two girls riding on the back of a horse through an overgrown abandoned city with like rifles on your back, so it has a very Red Dead kind of vibe to it.
Oh, I guess I won't it's not spoilers. This is like I guess it's like
I know
layout
I know
spoilers.
the horse goes away, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
The
Horse goes
horse goes
away.
away eventually. Yeah, so I was in this area where we were on a horse and we had like a Silent Hill map. We had a paper map that we were marking up with a marker and like going around and exploring, and that was really cool. But now I'm in a place where I don't have a horse or a map anymore, so I don't know if that's all done
That
now.
is
I
all
sure hope
done.
not.
Yes.
It's all
Yeah,
done?
it's linear for the rest of the game. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry,
That's so
I know this. I was listening to Waypoint Radio, and this was the bad news that Rob broke to Patrick, who also
oh
was
man.
well, there was this cool part where it was like kind of open,
Yeah.
and that was fun, and then Rob was like, "That's done." Sorry. Um, yeah, it's which was one of the main complaints that I've seen was how linear the game was,
Interesting. Yeah.
despite having
I
this fun seeming like
yeah.
tease of an open area.
I will say, so far my experience with that linear stuff has still felt like it still feels like it gives you opportunity to like explore and look around, because the thing about the game is that it doesn't give you any arrows or markers on where to go until you take too long like a dumbass, and then it's like, okay, just click in the left stick, we'll tell you where to go, idiot. And I had to do that a few times, but in general, it totally lets you just kind of wander around and explore. So even though it's technically much more linear than the horse area, it still doesn't feel hyper linear in the way that we sometimes criticize games like that for being.
Yeah, I wonder part of what I'm wondering with the amount that you're enjoying it so far, which by the way, the other one of this game is has been sort of a lightning rod for criticism, both
Mm-hmm.
criticism things that apply specifically to this game,
Yeah.
like that it gives you this open area and takes it away, and that it's like brutally violent and the fridging, but then also things that like because it's a big game, it's allowed it to be a lightning rod for other issues in video games.
Yeah. Crunch.
Like
Everyone's
yeah,
been
like
talking
everyone's
about.
been talking about the like labor issues and crunch. Was like obviously Naughty Dog is not the only studio that's crunching.
Are other
Um,
studios crunching?
yeah, most of them.
Who's doing this crunching?
All pick a
We
studio.
we have to stop it.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
I
probably
agree.
not Rockstar though.
No, not Rockstar. It's the yeah,
Okay,
Rockstar
thank
is
God, thank
not
God.
crunching. If I mean, could you
Whew.
imagine if they crunched, maybe the game would be good. I'm kidding. It's bad and it's not worth it to make a good game
Okay,
if you
all right,
crunch.
hang on. All right,
Yeah.
I'm seeing something on my timeline right now. This is somebody's brother-in-law went to the Philippines and got them a hoodie with a cat pocket on the front of the hoodie so that
Okay.
your cat can ride in your hoodie.
That's
And
cute.
and on the front of the pouch is fish bones, and then the words "would captivated my heart" with a
Wood
question mark.
wood captiated?
This is one word. WHDCAPTIYATED. My heart?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Would captivated my heart? It could be who
Like
captured my heart
like
and they just wicked typed it wrong.
captivated but captivated?
Who, but it's not captivated. It is captiated.
I don't
Would
know.
captivated my heart.
Why are you scrolling through Twitter when we're trying to do a podcast?
It was just on my screen.
Okay.
The cat's really enjoying it though.
That's good.
Actually, no, the cat's trying to escape. The cat fucking hates this.
Well, to be fair, cats are pretty much simultaneously always enjoying and trying to escape any situation with a
Oh
person.
yeah. A cat is actually fundamentally incapable of enjoying a relaxation device the first time it encounters it.
Well, I mean, even like if I picked up, you know my cat Oscar, and when I pick him up and he barks and barks and barks and
Mm-hmm.
like wiggles and tries desperately to be let go, that entire time he's purring. Like he's purring. Like he's
He
not.
loves this.
I'm picking him up and he's like pah, 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 and at the same time is like rah 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 and like pushing against me and trying to be put down. And it's like, well, what is it? Obviously you want to be put down, but also you're purring. Like what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
you? What are you doing?
Could I fucking say this motherfucker is asking to be put down, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Take him to the vet.
Yeah. That's what we're that's the kind of that's like you weren't like no.
I support
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna kill my cat. I'm gonna get a professional to murder my cat. Can we get a Squiggle update? Someone's asking, and I'm guessing the Squiggle update is yes, Squiggle's still out there.
Yeah, actually, he hasn't been around. There is a slight update. I think
Oh
maybe
no.
another cat has sort of subsumed my backyard as part of his territory.
You see this?
Well, I do. I have some good news too. But when
Sorry,
I was,
that reaction is because I tried to adopt Squiggle and Keith wouldn't let me.
it's not that I wouldn't let you.
Yeah, you were like, he's
Oh,
happy
he would
here.
hate it. Yeah, yeah.
You were like, he likes being homeless,
Yeah,
but
he
he
does.
loves being homeless, but begging to come into my house every day.
Well, but he also begs to go out of the house too. If I let
That's
him
true.
in,
Well,
he
okay,
wanders around for
but
2 minutes and then wants to leave again.
I
But
know, but if I adopted Squiggle, he wouldn't be an indoor cat. He would have the freedom to come and
well,
go as he
next time you
pleased.
see Squiggle, you consider adopting him.
I will.
And if he flips out, then you have to bring him back.
No, if he flips out, then he'll just need to relax.
Um, so there's an orange cat. I mean, no, Squiggle's orange too, but like there's like a solid orange cat that I've seen in the
Solid orange cat.
backyard every once in a while. And I actually saw him and Squiggle get in sort of a hissing contest a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
So I haven't seen Squiggle in a couple weeks in my backyard,
Oh
but I've
no.
seen him a couple times on my way to the store. So I'll walk
Oh.
to the store and I'll just see him hanging out around town, cat about town.
So you
Uh,
you think he's not allowed to come to your house anymore? That's so sad.
it is sad.
I don't want this.
But he seems chill because I saw him. He seemed healthy. He seemed a little skinny. Um, uh, but he seemed a little skinny. But it also, it's the summer, and he always
Yeah.
loses weight in the summer and gains it in the winter.
Okay.
But he walked up to me and he sort of plopped on my feet and was like, "Pet me, hi, hi, hi," and then he followed
Yeah, I
me
mean, like,
a
I
little
feel
bit to
like
the store.
if Squiggle was literally in crisis, in cat crisis, I feel
Yeah,
like he'd come to your house.
yeah,
He'd
yeah.
come,
Which
like,
which happens. He has gotten hurt a couple times, and every time he comes and
aw.
he lives in my backyard for like a week while he recovers.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's so
So
sweet.
I'm Squiggle Sanctuary. He knows that it's a safe place. That's why I'm slightly worried about my fiction in my head that he has had his
Yeah,
territory subsumed. Like I
yeah.
don't know this. I've just seen this orange cat a couple times and haven't seen Squiggle. But there's plenty of times where he just fucks off for 2 weeks.
All right.
Like this is not the first time. This is maybe the fourth time where I've gone a month without him being around for some reason,
Okay.
and then he's back every day for a week. You know,
Yeah.
he just does what he wants. He does what he
Oh,
feels.
God, I love it.
Yeah,
He's out there living,
he's a
people.
cat about
Squiggle.
town.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my Squiggle update.
Oh, I love a Squiggle update.
So my question was about the Last of Us 2. Do you think that the fact that you didn't play this game
Uh-huh.
and get that Sony house style, I almost said gourmet. What's the fucking word? They say that they call it
Goremet?
uh no, not um premium this like premium game like in the way that
AAA.
you would call Breaking Bad premium TV.
AAA you're talking about.
AAA, no, not just AAA. This is like the peak of AAA. Like this is like the
Oh.
pinnacle. Like that's the
Prestige.
attitude.
You're talking about prestige video gaming.
Prestigious. Yeah, prestige video game. That's the word that I was looking for is prestige.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be true.
Keely bait.
It just has to be an expensive and shiny enough game that everybody agrees that it's true.
Oh, come on. Give me something for that.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Keely bait? Like
Ke-
Oscar bait, but for video games?
Oh.
Uh, I'll say,
Oh,
I
let
can
me
only...
finish the thought first.
Oh,
Do you
sorry.
think that not playing that has primed you to enjoy
playing-
this second one more? Not playing Last of Us 1 when it came out and it was a big deal, and then now playing 2, which by all accounts is fairly the same game.
Well, I would certainly say that not playing the first one has helped me enjoy the second one. I think if I had played especially if I had played, the first one in the past couple months, I would have no interest in playing the second one, I don't think. And also, here I'll just go ahead and say some shit that I try not to say too much because it's embarrassing and I think it just makes me sound dumb. Uh, way more interested in the game where I get to play as a girl. That's all. I looked at Last of Us 1 and was like, I don't want to play as that guy. I'd rather play as the kid. And now I get to play as the kid who's older. And it's better. I don't care about Joel.
Yeah. You have, unsurprisingly, this has always been true about you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
This has been true about you for literally as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, so yeah. Also, what I thought was funny was, or not funny, I mean, it was, like, frustrating, like, obviously, I wasn't you can't skip to a sequel and get mad about the sequel telling you what happens in the first one, but what I thought was funny was, I heard a lot of people say, like, "Oh, the second game feels like a standalone sequel, it doesn't really feel connected to the first one, it basically has nothing to do with it." But then, the very first thing Last of Us 2 does is, like, literally makes you rewatch, like, I assume they're newly produced cutscenes, not, like, literally copy and pasted, but literally just like you're watching the end of The Last of Us 1, and it's like, "This is the end of The Last of Us 1, this is what happens at the end of it." I thought that was a strange choice to me, but
yeah, that seems
I but a
inelegant.
having seen what happens at the end of it though, I then was like, "Okay, yeah, I can see how this would be a hard thing to work around, maybe." Well, I guess that's not true. You could the thing at the end of Last of Us 1, you could really easily work around it if you could just ignore it, but I think that would be unsatisfying.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you haven't been wasting your time playing a game that sucked.
No, I've been enjoying. I'll say like what happened was because everyone talks about how this game is like a misery fest and it's like unremittingly bleak or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I went into it, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so depressing and hard to play. But it's like the opening hours. It's like the first thing you do is you get into a snowball fight with a bunch of bratty kids in your town with this girl that you're sweet on, and then you're like making out in a basement and smoking joints and stuff. It's pretty much hitting all the stuff I'm interested in. There's just also gore and murder in it. Uh and just there's been a lot of like really good character moments and stuff, just like the
Hmm.
writing and the direction. It's all been quite good, and I have seen this. I have been kind of like, okay, yeah, like if this is indicative of what was going on in the first game, I can see why people are talking about this. And even though that quote about the Schindler's List quote was extremely cringy, I at least
Yeah.
understand what that guy is getting at. That like, yeah, you look at the Last of Us cutscenes and it doesn't feel that remarkable if you compare it to a movie, but you have to admit that like yeah, most games aren't operating on this level of like I don't know,
Um. Well,
cinematography or something.
but then the flip side of this is like
Writing and cinematography.
the flip side is like, well, this game had $100 million to make it
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
more,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
like what like how if you have $100 million and a competent
Yep.
level of management, like what where's your floor? Like how bad could it be, and how does that money change the conversation around like
Yeah.
expectations um for what your game is. And really the expectation is, well, you have $100 million, so you shouldn't be working your staff to the bone. Hire more people, you
Yeah, no
dumbasses.
kidding.
If you really fucking need to make this game the way that it is, hire more people. Or like, I don't know, just make it look less good. I don't care. I don't care. Like it's not. I mean, I know that there's people who care,
It
but
it looked and I'm not disagreeing with you, but since you're mentioning the visuals, I do have to say it looks stunning.
like, what's the human cost of it looking stunning? Like, if
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
only
totally.
way, like, where's the trade off? Like, how much do you have to lose to make it
Yeah,
not a
I mean,
miserable place to work?
I can read you a tweet that I did yesterday.
And by the way, the answer, I think the evidence points to not much, because people work harder and more efficiently when they don't work as hard. When they don't work as much. Like the less work you do, the better the work you do is, and the more efficient you are at it. So it's sort of like all for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's borne out in
Okay.
studies, by the way, if anyone's
Here
curious.
here's my tweet. I'll stand by this. I'm not even joking. I said, stop making video games. I'm not even joking. Stop giving your lives to corporations that exploit your passion to destroy your mind and body for profit. I'll replay Ocarina of Time again. It's fine."
I agree, but also, what are they gonna do? Work for some other fucking company? Like the
I know.
only
Well, that's the thing though, is that like the thing about almost every like video game development discipline is that there is a direct industry that skill set can be applied to in which you're making like at least twice as much money.
and is
You
probably
know, like
unionized.
and I mean, like, yeah, like instead of programming for a video game, you're going to be programming for banking software, and it's still going to be boring and shitty, and you're just going to be funding capitalism, but you will be living comfortably, which, get it. Just go get it. It's fine. It's out there.
Yeah.
Help everyone else too, but help yourself.
But that rope.
Yo, that fucking rope, though. That was the thing that got me to buy the game. I forgot all about the rope. I saw that
Well, to be fair,
video
you
of the
didn't buy the
rope.
game. You asked for the game to be
Sorry.
bought for you.
Okay, to be fair, I spent $20 on the game and then got reimbursed for that $20 after.
Okay.
Once I started playing, people were generous. But there's rope physics in the game, and the rope, it acts just like real rope. You you tangle it on stuff, and when you get to the end of that rope, your character can't move anymore because they're like, "Oh, I'm at the end of the rope." And I know when I say it like that, it doesn't sound interesting. You're like, "Isn't that in all games?" But
No, it's not.
if you see it, you'll realize like, "Oh, actually, like rope physics
Yeah,
kind of haven't been in a game like this before."
it's not. It's not just the rope physics either. There's
Sorry,
like
wait. Real clarification. Rope physics like this, not
right.
in a game like this.
I it's also it's not just the rope physics. It's that this whole game seems to have some sort of like new collision tech in it that
Hmm.
prevents things from clipping into other things.
Interesting. I mean,
Um,
yeah.
I don't
Again,
know.
the
It
rope.
seems to me like I don't know if you saw the other cringy tweet about the shirt being taken off.
No.
Character takes off a shirt and they're like, "This might be the most impressive thing I've ever seen in a game." And it was like a
Oh,
character
okay.
who took off a shirt without it looking weird. Which is true. It looked
I
it
mean,
looked
it
pretty
is
good.
true that like there's a lot of simple stuff in this game that's really impressive. Also, like the kissing is the best video game kissing that there's ever been. That's a low bar because video game kissing is really hard and quite often bad, but it's still impressive.
Yeah. But it seems like whatever's happening to keep the rope from looking janky and weird is also happening to the shirt, and I think that that's like the trick that this game is pulling is that
Cool.
they have just figured out how to not make things run into other things.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
And so like as I'm playing this game, it's like I'm enjoying it a lot. But I keep saying to myself like the thing is like the character interactions and stuff that are happening feel like really grounded and genuine in a way where it's like, oh, these feel like real people, or at least the movie version of real people. um but like then all the gameplay and like the driving narrative of the story, or the game, it's so violent and grim. And the thing is, it's like I know you're trying to tell a serious emotional story, but like there's a chasm of human experience available between, like it's like I'm not saying that the game has to be all snowball fights and kissing, but there's like a chasm between snowball fights and kissing and like the grim torture porn that occasionally rears its head in this game.
Yeah.
Ignoring the like just all the time
And
regular
you're
in-game
still in like the
gore.
first act, right?
Yeah, I guess you could
Best
probably call this the first act.
best case scenario, you're in the start of the second act.
Yeah.
I say best case scenario from the perspective as the sooner it's over, the better. So that might like maybe you really want the first act to keep going. I don't know.
I mean,
Um,
I certainly like what's happening now, and it's funny, yeah, because like I'm basically waiting for Dina to die or get kidnapped or something. I assume she won't die because I think they've probably learned that people are going to be too upset if they do that.
what's
But
your What is your motivating? What's your motivation now? Why are you doing what you're doing in the game?
why am I doing it? Well, for one
You've
thing,
traveled, right? You've crossed an amount of land to get to where you are.
yes,
Why did you do
I
that?
am. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in the game.
The game asks you to, so you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you. There's no other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want the story set up?
I
Well,
I just sort of want a broad strokes of what your motivation is. What, like,
it
at this
is
point in the
okay.
story,
I
why is there action?
I don't. Yeah. So I won't give the specifics, but it is so far seems to be an almost remarkably boilerplate revenge story.
Okay, so you're
Like,
already on the revenge.
yeah, like these people did a bad to us and we are very unhappy about it and we're going to go to where they are and do a bad to them. And that's the story of The Last of Us 2.
Okay. Have you killed the dog yet?
No.
There's apparently, and I'm saying this, I know that it's kind of a
I pet
spoiler,
wait,
but for
Keith.
any
I pet the dog. In The Last of Us 2, you can pet the dog.
I don't know what dog this is. I don't know if it's the same dog, but for
It's
anybody who's
a dog.
considering playing this game or who's already playing it and doesn't know, there is apparently a gruesome dog murder scene in it where you brutally murder a dog.
I just hurt my lip. There is a. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna call it brutal. I mean, it's brutal insofar as that it happens, but I'll say, well, listen, I mentioned before that there was a horse and then there wasn't a horse, and maybe I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, it wasn't a horse. Definitely a dog, is what I heard.
well, I'm talking about a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some grim violence in there. It's not for everybody. I've been remarkably immune to it thus far. Which I wasn't really expecting. Especially as someone who just had some violence done to their mouth. There were a couple moments so far where things have happened that echoed that happening, and that was an experience. But so far, it's actually just been serving to make me more engrossed by the experience rather than less. So it's not really pushing me away as much as it's drawing me in, I guess.
Let's see. Any other Last of Us questions before we close out? I was gonna talk about.
Oh, I will say, I was also very deterred. I mean, the real Keith. If you want to know the real shit, if you want the real reason that Kylie did not play The Last of Us 1 was that it's a zombie game and I didn't want to fight zombies, and mostly because they're bullet sponges and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize in The Last of Us, the zombies totally not bullet sponges. They just go down with a couple bullets. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Humans and zombies take the same number of bullets in The Last of Us, and I'm wicked here for it. I mean, I still wish there wasn't zombies, but I am here for zombies that don't take a million bullets.
Yeah, I over zombies, way over zombies. You missed the boat by like 12 years.
Yeah, and you know it's been a good while since I played a serious shooty violent game, so you know I was ready for it maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to play this game?
I also feel really good about skipping the first one. In retrospect, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't need
Yeah,
both.
let's play this game.
All right. We're playing Satisfactory.
I have a game called Natural Instincts. When did that happen?
I don't know. I have no idea.
We're gonna play that next week. Mark
what
that
is
down.
it? I have other games that I want to play.
Oh, all right. Well, you didn't. Oh, all right. Okay. Jesus
I didn't
Christ.
what?
Oh well, it just seemed like first Keith has no ideas. Now suddenly
it wasn't that I had no ideas. I was driving.
Oh, that's true.
I just said no to your ideas. Is all. Specifically, I do want to say because we haven't talked about it. One of your suggestions was playing Quantum. What is it called?
Quantum League.
Quantum League. That's the League of Legends.
No.
People. They didn't make that.
The League of Legends people.
Riot. Isn't that's Riot? I'm like 99% sure.
No.
This is the Counter-Strike.
Yes.
This is the Counter-Strike
Maybe
like.
it is Riot, and I just wasn't. I didn't care enough. Yeah, maybe it's Riot.
Um, I I know it's not that big a deal.
I know you're gonna say we can't play Quantum League because Riot's bad.
No, they have that weird like they have that weird more aggressive than usual rootkit anti-cheat thing, and I
Um,
just don't want to deal with having this thing loading on or like as a system load all the time.
mhm.
Basically, they have it, so it was a big deal because it functions
Let's.
in a similar way to most anti-cheats, which have
Why
like
don't we talk
kernel.
about this after we get in the game?
I I would because I want to talk about the game when we start the
Oh,
game.
all right.
Um, a lot of anti cheats these days have kernel level access to your system in order to stop cheats before, like
Stop cheats before
without
they
permission,
happen.
without asking for permission, basically to stop cheats, but
Yeah.
without having to ask for permission. And the thing that Quantum League does is it starts that anti cheat on boot and it runs 24/7. And the only way to get rid of it is to uninstall the
I hadn't
game,
heard that about
and
Quantum
and
League.
even then you have to make sure that the anti-cheat gets uninstalled with it. And I don't know, it just seems like a security risk to me
Yeah.
more than like Halo, like Master Chief Collection on PC. Their anti-cheat is also has root access, but it starts with the game and it ends when the game stops. And I don't know, just having the 24/7 thing. I mean, it's literally a rootkit. It's not a malicious
Yeah.
rootkit
Right. Yeah.
unless something fucking happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
Yeah. It is literally a rootkit. You're just letting it happen because you trust Riot Games so much.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you know, I trust Riot Games as much as I could possibly trust an incredibly big corporation
Yeah.
that you know likely has not invested a lot of money into like information security because they all they do is make video games until all of a sudden they have a fucking thing that has all of the
Oh, hang
information on your
on, Keith.
computer. Yeah,
They were talking about making a new internet at one point.
Riot was.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
It was basically like they might still be. They were like developing essentially like a new internet IP to like make game lag better.
I'm
Like
thinking
basically
of
we're gonna
Valorant, not.
invent a new networking protocol.
I'm thinking of Valorant. What's Quantum League then? Valorant is the one that I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about.
thinking of Valorant. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I.
Quantum League's a different thing then.
Okay, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
That's that. No, I told you about it once. It's like the one-on-one shooter. That is, it's the one-on-one shooter where you both each of the one players plays a team of 3, and like the rounds are 10 seconds long, and then like at the end of
Oh,
round
you
1
did
you
tell me
go
about
back in
this.
time and repeat the same round again, but as the second teammate, and then you do
Okay.
that 3 times, and so that way, it's like it's quantum because you're sort of
Because
playing
of the
as all 3
time.
characters at once.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did explain this to me. I think this is the third or fourth time that I've had to learn what this game is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
which
cool. I think you'll like it. I mean, you like one-on-one shooters.
yeah. I do like one-on-one shooters. So yeah, well, maybe we'll do this. Is it free to play or do I have to buy this?
Gotta buy it. I think it's like
It's
20
20
bucks
bucks.
early access.
Yeah, okay. So take everything that I said about Quantum League, apply it to
Apply it to
Valorant, the actual
Valorant.
game. Two games with a similar look that I cannot remember which is which.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, I think Quantum League is easy to remember because like it's a good name. Like Quantum is part of the mechanics of the game,
And you're in a league.
and you're in a league.
And you're in a league. You're literally
And
in a league.
we're in a Satisfactory, and can we get into this? And I'm seeing
Yeah.
here when I mouse over join multiplayer game, it pops up a little tooltip that says multiplayer in Satisfactory. It's far from finished. Overall, it is playable, but the amount of bugs and performance issues is considerably higher than in single player.
Yeah, this is an early access game. We're at 0.35 or
Nice.
0.3.5. So I got a code for this game.
All right,
This
are you
full
creating?
disclosure.
Oh, okay. You're lurking in the main menu. Let's.
Yeah.
Let's get in here.
Don't intro the game. Don't talk about
Intro-
why we're playing.
No, you wasted the time when you were sitting on the title screen where you could talk about the game. You talked about Quantum League, but you were actually.
I
Talking
just
about
turned the
Valorant.
thing on. I just turned it on. Now you're the one wasting time.
All right, sorry. I've been sitting at the Satisfactory menu this whole time. That was my view of
lurking in main menu. Okay, now what? So I guess we'll not talk about this or why I've got it, why we're playing it. Join via session ID. I don't know how to even do. I'll do new game. Okay, let's see. Can you see these in on Twitch? Which one of these places?
You're in my. I'm in the multiplayer menu.
These
and
two.
It says that you're in the main menu.
These two. I'm telling you to look on Twitch. These are the two things that are recommended for beginners. What do you think?
I think it would be much faster if you just picked one.
What's with the? Why are you acting like this all of a sudden?
I think you could guess why I'm acting like this all of a sudden.
I literally cannot.
You just yelled at me.
I didn't yell at you.
You chose to talk about a game that wasn't this game as we started this game.
I don't know why you've got a time limit all of a sudden where we're look, you talked about your game for 45 minutes.
Your session is private.
It said friends only. We're friends, right?
I guess we're not friends. Satisfactory says we're not friends.
It said a new game, and then it was like this, the session type. Oh, okay. No, there is a friends. It said, okay, there we go. Let's try this.
Well, it uses Epic, so we're probably not Epic friends.
Here, let me try one more time.
Sorry, I think from your perspective, you felt like you were delaying the end of the podcast segment.
Yes.
But what happened to me was we were like, we're switching games, and I was like, okay, and I started up the game, and so I was sitting on the title screen waiting for us to start playing the game that whole time. So to me, my view was like, it's very weird to be talking about Valorant while we're on the title screen of Satisfactory.
No, I still had the podcast logo up. We were still in podcast.
I apologize.
It's okay.
That was my view.
The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an
okay, I got this. Can you join now?
Fixit Incorporated.
No, it says in private session. Maybe we just need to become.
It's a new session. It's called Snooze Button.
Oh wait. No, it says private.
It's not private anymore.
Do you have a session ID that I can join?
Hold on, I'm watching a video.
Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis.
Wow, Keith's watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the middle of Snooze Button now, apparently.
Not what I'm doing.
Factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation.
Yeah, no, sorry. He's actually watching a pitch video about someone's idea for how they could change Brooklyn Nine-Nine to be about a post office.
Oh my god, what a fucking total brain dead idea.
I think it's a brain dead idea because I don't like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I don't think you could save it by changing the setting. But I mean, I feel like that would actually go a long way to fixing Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, it wouldn't, because there's so much of the show is tied up. Like, people have this idea of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where it's like a bunch of people in a where it's like the cop is the backdrop, but the cop thing is the backdrop of a show that's just about a bunch of friends. But like being a cop and cop shit and like cop propaganda is like
being a cop completely recolors the way you even interact with your workplace friends.
It's so central to the premise of the show. Like, you cannot separate that show from being a cop. It is its entire identity, and the only reason anyone could think that's not true is because they have fallen for some propaganda.
Yeah, I have seen a number of episodes at your house, but I haven't seen it enough or recently enough to like have the same opinion on it.
Remember, efficiency first.
Okay, so I don't know how to play this game because you kept talking over the intro cutscene. That was the video I was watching, not, again, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, sorry. Genuinely, what I thought you were doing was watching a YouTube video about how to.
No,
set up a
no, it was like the
multiplayer game.
explainer on how to play. So now I'm in the game. Can you join now?
Your designated
Let's
sector
find
in the
out.
binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory
No, it's
and
calling it a
Assistant,
private
tasked
session.
to support pioneers
I'm gonna
such
go
as
on
you in
Epic
their mission.
and see if I can make you an
You are the
Epic
third of
friend.
your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations.
Does that
Oh
make
yeah,
sense?
it could be that. Let me open up.
Objective
game
based
launcher.
Because this
introduction
game
initialized.
uses
Welcome
Epic
to
for online, not
onboarding.
Steam, even though we have it on Steam.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting actually.
First
kinda
objective.
shitty.
Please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting
I mean, it's
materials
better
will be
than the game
repurposed
only
to
being on
construct a
Epic.
habitable
It says to me, you're my friend here,
Now
Kyle
have
Churchill. I see it right there.
hub.
Is
Sorry,
that
that's
Kyle
what that's
Churchill?
what your name is in here. I read it and then was like, I don't know.
Do not waste.
Shouldn't have read that.
It's, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have, but also no one cares.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even have the Epic launcher installed.
Well, we are friends in it, so
Okay. Yeah.
I wonder when you made this.
Oh! Now I can join. Okay, just landed on the alien planet.
Okay.
Here we go.
So it must have just been that intro thing. Oh, there's a
Oh,
weird little
sure.
bug. There's a weird little bug. There's a weird little bug guy over there. Press
Jeez,
F.
they
to
already warned us there would be bug guys. It's an early access game. Oh, that is a big. That is a big.
Yeah.
Gentle person.
Where are you? Okay, I can see you. 19 letters lawn. That's short for 19 letters Lonnie. There's so you bought this game. You bought this game. I got a code for this game.
Yeah.
But I saw it on
You
that
got a
website.
code, like from like the PR team.
Oh, no, there's we've talked about Keymailer before. I
Yeah,
think.
that's essentially what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Or,
that's
oh,
where I got it.
Keymailer is like an ad hoc thing, like you request it, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
shit.
can.
Oh god, there's things here. What is?
Yeah, and they
these?
hate you.
Would they fucking hate me?
How do I? Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure
pick
out the
up these
buttons.
leads.
Second objective. Please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
I think that's
No.
what this is.
According to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial
What's funny is
threats.
I don't think I'm actually like I don't think there's any survival mechanics at all in this game, but I am getting this low grade panic like I need to sustain my life because the whole look of this game feels so much like No Man's Sky.
It
that I
does.
just
Yeah,
kind
this
of
does look like No
naturally
Man's Sky
assume that
visually.
I need to not die of exposure.
It says that I'm supposed to have. It
my
says
game crashed.
it says that I'm supposed to have a weapon, but I don't know where that would be. It said it was like you should have your, you know, they called it a zapper or something. I don't know, but I just like don't. It looks like all that I have is this dismantle thing.
Well,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, my game
Press
crashed.
tab to open
restarting.
your inventory. Okay. Xeno zapper hands. Okay. No, I do have it.
Third objective. Please familiarize yourself with the
Did we
resource
play
scanner to
Raft
find
at all?
iron.
No, I've never played Raft.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I've been
acquisition
playing
of
Raft.
iron
That's a
is
fun game.
considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
Oh, I think my game it crashed and then I restarted and joined your game and I think it just crashed while it was joining your game.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw this game and I was like, this is about a factory. That sounds like something Kylie would like. Kylie
Yeah,
likes to
it
build
sure,
a factory.
It sure does sound like something I would like.
And that's like literally all that I know about it. I was like, this sounds like it's got a factory in it. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's same like this game I think has existed for a couple of years. I never really learned anything about it because I basically just heard the name and went, yeah, that's probably something I would like.
I'm surprised that it's existed for that long because it's
Wow, it crashed again.
clearly still in early access.
Yeah. Yeah,
Although
as demonstrated by the fact that I can't even get into your game.
if Keymailer is to be believed, there is an update coming soon, at least.
Ooh, okay.
Because I think that it said it was like, I think it was like the 20 the 25th or 6th or something. It was like release date 25th or 6th, and for early access games that usually just means like the next big update. Is the date listed? That's sort of what I've assumed.
Okay, so now the game is just like straight up crashing every time I try to join your game. I'm gonna galaxy brain this and see if this is resolved somehow by me starting a single player game once. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Like I started the game and went straight to multiplayer, and the game was like, "Hey, dude, multiplayer is like fucking jacked."
Yeah, I can see that.
But maybe it's one of
Who
those
are
things
you?
where like, oh, it didn't do the first time setup because you didn't start, whatever.
Okay, that guy doesn't like to be hit. All right. Press V to scan for iron nodes. Scan for iron nodes.
Oh, but it's online only. You can't make an offline game. You can only make a private online game. Interesting.
Okay, so in this way, this is also pretty similar to 7, 8, 1. Okay. This is also pretty similar to No Man's Sky. Not only does it look like No Man's Sky, I have now scanned for minerals like No Man's Sky.
This, what I'm looking at, looks like ODST.
Oh yeah, are you dropping? Are
I
you
think I'm
orbital
about to
drop?
Yeah, I think I'm about to orbitably drop.
Shock?
And then shock this planet. We use blueprints to build the necessary buildings.
Yeah.
We explore the planet and gather resources. We might want to. Oh, we suck things up for R&D.
Yeah, suck it up.
We create automated facilities.
I think it's
Production
up
facilities.
there. Is that what my problem is?
Yep,
Dismantle
planet
building.
fall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, here's a video game thing about me.
Okay.
I just got my copy of Ring Fit Adventure in the mail yesterday, and I am gonna try it for the first time today.
Oh, nice. Those are hard to get.
Yeah. They were in stock on BestBuy.com for 5 minutes, and I went there and they were sold out. And so then I went on eBay, and somebody who went to BestBuy.com and did get one, sold it to me on eBay for like a $40 upcharge.
Outrageous.
Yeah, and that was a good price. The game had been going for $300.
Yeah, it's not that
quarantine
good.
hit.
Just do Pilates.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
get a
like-
$20 Pilates ring and do Pilates.
I'm sure that it's not worth $300. I think for me personally, it is probably gonna end up being worth $120.
Yeah, there's something there. It definitely is good to have the guide that shows you what to do, but like honestly,
But like,
it might be worth it to just spend $20 on a Pilates ring and watch and follow along with Pilates videos on YouTube. As someone who has bought and played the game, it's fun. Like, I definitely do like it, but I don't know how much more I like it than just following along with a YouTube video. I think there's definitely people who will get more out of that part of it, though. If that makes sense. Have you tried it yet, though? Oh. Did I lose Kylie? What could have happened? Hello? Well, I don't know what that's about. It might be her headphones died again. But we'll just keep playing this. Let's go find some iron, which I've been trying to find for an hour, I think. I didn't expect to start with nothing and then have to... I also didn't, watch the game. Why is the iron blocked from me no matter what I do? Ugh. Yeah, I saw some video of this game of people, like, building big things. And I knew that there was some resource gathering. But I thought most of the resource gathering was going to be done via... building my factory. Okay, here's my iron finally. Where? This looks like iron. Here we go. I like this. I got all this fancy equipment. I just stabbed the ground to get the iron.
Note: to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution: ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
To improve efficiency of the hub, it is best to build near iron nodes. Okay, let's do the hub.
Hello?
Hello, what happened?
The game hung and it blue screened. And then, weirdly, the info dump part of the blue screen where it collects info and it counts up to 100%?
Yeah.
Seems for some reason to hang at 50%, and I had to go hold the power button to force it off.
Note: the craft
Oh, that's
bench
weird.
and hub terminal are essential for
Weird.
progression to the next objective.
Yeah.
I built a hub.
Cool. I guess screen share with me and I'll check it.
Are you giving up?
I think for now. I just wanted to say, we were talking about Ring Fit.
Yeah.
You had said that, oh, you don't need this thing to tell you which position to do in what order, like just go do Pilates. I think for me, I'm going to get a huge amount of benefit from exactly that thing. Like, I just need to, not have to put in the brain power to, figure out what I'm going to do in what order. Like, I just want the thing to tell me.
My suggestion for people that don't want to spend $300 on Ring Fit was to follow along with a YouTube video of Pilates.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a great
I don't know I wouldn't know how to do Pilates if it weren't for someone telling me.
Well, I mean, you could go find a video.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can spend.
But that's the thing. The price came down.
Yeah,
though,
you were able to find a good price, but I know that there's people who have been looking for months for Ring Fit. And the solution has always been buy a $20 Pilates ring and
it's
follow along with YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
The thing that the game provides is really just like the illusion of progress,
right?
Which is fine, and actually that's the biggest help that
but also that is gonna go along with ideally probably some actual physical progress, because as you do these exercises more and more, you're gonna get, you're gonna build up your muscles and get
Right.
better at them.
Yeah, that is the biggest benefit that the game has. The biggest drawback is that because it's a video game, you have to like unlock things. And so there's like exercises, like you're limited to a really small list of exercises for a
I
while.
think that's kind of fun, honestly.
I didn't mind it until I spent like 6 hours with it, and then I was like, God, I wish I had more shit to do.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, I mean, it's weird thinking about it. There haven't really been, and like, it's interesting that for how when every single video game fan starts exercising, they immediately make the connection between like exercise and like leveling up in a video game. Like, for that to happen to essentially everyone, it's interesting how few like exercise RPGs have actually been made.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's what I
totally.
think.
All right, so I'm building these rods. So I gotta build the ingots and then build the rods. You'd think you'd think that this would be automatic.
Well, that's so that you build things later to automate it.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's get this thing built.
Cool. I'm liking what I'm seeing over here.
Yeah. You're more of a crafter than me
Yeah.
in games.
I was actually just thinking. Well, sorry, I don't. You go ahead and finish your thing.
You're more of a crafter. You play these sort of buildy, automatey games more than I do. You actually even do survival games more than I do as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna need your input on is any of this any good? Like, is this what's
Okay.
expected of?
Sure. I mean, I'm not also really like a big survival crafter person either, but I definitely am compared to you.
Portable miner.
It was interesting. I think as I remembered as I was doing a Last of Us 2 stream, there's like this there's some episode of like the Complex Rockets podcast, which was the podcast we did before Run Button,
Congratulations.
where
You have
like
unlocked
Minecraft had
building
just come
workshop,
out, and I think I'm like
equipment,
talking to you and
portable
Andy, and I'm
miner,
like, I'm telling you
inventory,
guys, like
additional
10 years
slots,
from now,
hub
like
feature,
every
personal
game is gonna have
storage.
crafting and building. It's gonna be
Sixth
ridiculous,
objective,
and
complete
I think you
hub
guys just
upgrade
thought I was
2.
crazy.
Note, portable
You're
miners
right.
require no power and will mine a node until
Not
the
every game, but
inventory is full.
tons of
But
them.
Note,
like
multiple
yeah, it's like a
portable
whole
miners can
thing
be
now.
used on a single node.
I didn't like Minecraft when I first tried it.
Yeah.
I still don't really
Look at this, buddy.
I know. Who's this
Look
big
at this
man?
guy.
I
Big
still don't
sloth
really like
energy.
Minecraft because all I like to do is I like to do peaceful mode.
Right.
So I don't actually like the game. I just like chilling out and digging.
Yeah.
Basically.
I that's valid though. I mean, there's certainly I think a contingent of Minecraft players that are exactly that way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wouldn't have it in there if it wasn't a way to play. I mean,
Yeah,
any way
some-
you want
some
to play is the way to
people-
play, but
Yeah, some people like playing survival. Some people just like doing creative mode where you don't even have to dig, where you're literally just building whatever you want. And then yeah, some people like the mining and the digging, but they don't really care for fighting enemies or survival mechanics. Or do you play with the survival mechanics in peaceful mode?
no, I don't. I played a little bit I played a little bit recently of Minecraft. I joined, my cousin Ted made a Minecraft server for some like friends and coworkers of his, and I joined, and it initially was in peaceful mode because I was like, Ted, make it peaceful mode, and he was like, that's fine by me. But then the next time I went on, it wasn't in peaceful mode anymore because everyone else was like, no,
Yeah.
you don't want it to be in peaceful mode. And so I played with like health on for the first time, and more than anything else, the fall damage totally ruined my
Mm,
experience with that game. I just like could not understand why
interesting.
such tiny little falls were like taking away half my health, and then I had to like find food, and I was like, this is miserable. This is
I will
terrible. I hated it.
I will say I did the majority of my Minecraft playing before they implemented the food system.
Yeah.
So that is a challenge for me when I play it now. It's not something that I like have a lot of built up instinct for about like how this is how you play Minecraft without starving to death. Um well, I guess maybe that's not true.
Oh
Maybe
my
I'm not
God,
giving
look at
myself
that.
enough credit.
Look at those
That's
shadows.
that's rough.
That's really rough. This is this is a good computer, by the way.
Well, but it is multiplayer, so maybe it's just like we can't turn on good shadows for multiplayer because it'll
I would
break it.
rather just turn shadows off. That's brutal. Shadow quality ultra.
Yikes.
There's no off. It looks like.
What were we talking about?
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I
You're a
would.
nutcase.
Me?
Yeah.
It's better to have shadow. You don't think that's true?
Well, I think it was just doing like a temporary transition. I liked it better before.
You
But
liked it
that's
better
fine.
with the shadows like going crazy?
Uh-huh.
How? No, that's so distracting to
I
me.
just did. I don't know.
Here, let's look at it again. Video.
Oh, Minecraft. I'm gonna say, I think if you play with fall damage on from the beginning, you just get used to knowing that, like, oh, instead of jumping somewhere, I have to like create a little staircase in the wall.
Dun, dun,
And
dun,
that
dun,
just
dun,
get
dun,
that
dun,
just
dun,
becomes
dun.
like a normal way.
Is
to
that
play
like
Minecraft.
0.7 frames per second?
Deet, 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 deet,
Or like maybe
deet.
1.2 frames per second? I love it.
Shut up.
Where is it
away.
going? Like what? Oh, it's the look at that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the literal shadow being cast by this moon. That
Yeah,
is.
what did you think
Well,
it
but
was?
well, I thought it was natural shadows, which it is. I thought it was the shadow, not the source of the shadow, that was moving like crazy.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess there's probably no shut off the moon button.
Shut off the moon.
So like turning off the shadows wouldn't even fix it because it's the source of the shadows that's the problem.
We have to go to the source of the shadows.
Yeah, that's better. Low is off, pretty much. Okay. So I got an upgrade. I got an upgrade that was like. Who are
I'm gonna
you?
try join.
Press E to pet the lizard doggo, and it ran away.
Did it?
It did say that, yeah. So
Word for word?
Yep.
What?
You think I'd lie to you?
Yeah.
Rods and
Oof.
plates. Upgrading my hub.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub feature, Biomass Burner, Scanner feature, Copper, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively.
Build menu. What is my
Seventh
build menu?
objective, Complete Hub Upgrade 3. Note. Connect buildings to a
menu
biomass burner
F,
for power.
B,
Or-
F.
Note. Buildings such as the
Building.
smelter
No.
require a recipe to be
Q.
set. Advice. Automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
There's craft bench.
HUD
There was-
scaling is experimental. If you want to scale your HUD in this game, you have to know that you are messing with some dark shit.
So I unlocked what was called an auto miner, but I don't know where to find how to build that.
Our HUD scaler is held together with bubblegum and popsicle sticks.
Do not fuck with it. in here?
You're taking
This is
your
an
life
empty
in your
room.
own hands. You're gonna scale your HUD in
Kylie, do you have any
Satisfactory.
ideas on how to build my auto miner?
Do you maybe need to build it on a prepared surface?
Well, I don't know how to even find it in a menu. So I've got my hub terminal, my craft bench, my build menu, and I don't know which of those things is where to build, and I don't know how to find it.
Menu. You build in the build menu.
Well, but I don't have it in the build menu. If I go to build menu,
Well, that's not right.
oh, that's
wrong.
not the build menu. That's how do I do the build menu again? Is it Q? Yeah, Q. Okay, so production, smelter, craft bench, workshop. Oh.
I'm loading. Let's see what happens. No, ooh, I'm in it. I'm here. HUD OS.
Hold V to select which resource to scan for.
Wow, wow, wow. Narrativizing your HUD by saying that it's an OS made by a company makes it even more fun when it's non-functional.
That is pretty funny, actually. You're supposed to be copper.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump down all my settings from ultra to high, and hopefully that'll maybe help us from desyncing or from crashing. I said that as I was looking at the VSync option.
Buildings like the smelter require a recipe to be selected and a power fungal biomass burner, power generator. I don't know how to build my auto miner. Don't you dare.
Yeah, this is a little smoother. Yeah, it looks good. All right, I'm gonna make my way back to you.
Autosave starting in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Autosave complete. Copper. Where'd you go, Copper? Here.
How are you?
Here. I'm okay. Let me turn off screen share.
We gotta record.
We do.
Yeah, we.
Well, my last couple days I didn't have a computer, so that wouldn't have worked anyway.
Oh.
I think I mentioned that to you, right?
We gotta record in person, buddy.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I died.
We gotta record in person.
You don't have to. No one is recording in person right now. Every podcast is remote. And we have the added benefit, by the way, calling out all these podcasts out there. Nobody fucking knows how to do remote recordings.
Yeah, true.
Like the podcasts that I considered to have like pretty good audio setups and shit, like all of a sudden are total ass, just like absolute absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And it's like oh wow, you like really set up your one thing and then never learned anything else.
Keith?
Yeah.
Could I fucking tell you?
What?
I am collecting so many goddamn leaves right now.
Nice.
You don't even know.
That will be really good for something.
Leaves, leaves, leaves. I'm in the forest and everything is leaves.
Okay, so I do need copper for my bench here.
I'm just sprinting through and hammering the E key and just getting all the leaves. You're pretty far away.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God, now there's a sheer cliff face.
It doesn't tell me how far away you are, unfortunately. I'm moving, by the way. You want to go east of where I am, because that's where my hub is.
Oh, okay. I also have the hub on the map. so I guess it's also my hub. They just spawned me like a zillion miles away from my own hub.
There's probably they probably spawned you where I spawned, but then I had to run like 800 yards, or whatever the unit here is.
See you.
Oh, you've got fucking Dark Souls crates. I just had to grab my.
I found something weird. Looks like coral.
I don't know if I started with no.
Leaves. Oh, there's so many leaves.
I don't know if I started with no health or what.
Yeah, I started with like no health. I have 3 health pips. Hi.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you scared me. There's a bad guy up ahead. How do I take out my weapon again?
It's well,
D?
Q is builder.
No, it's not that. Oh, I can. It's got all of my shortcuts, but it doesn't say what my weapon is.
Maybe you don't have one.
No, you do have one. You start with one.
Oh, hold V to scan for resources.
Watch out! This thing's gonna kill us.
Ah, what?
This thing here but I can't remember how to take out my weapon. It's like none of the buttons that it would be.
What if you don't have one?
Oh, it got unequipped. That's what happened.
What's your inventory?
Tab. So you have to go into your inventory and re-equip it. That's why I couldn't remember how to do it because it got unequipped.
Yep. Got it. Xeno Zapper. You know my Xeno Zapper.
Yeah, your Xeno Zapper. Okay. So should we build another hub over here? Does that make sense?
No, shouldn't we just stay with the hub we already had?
Well, but this has copper at it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we should have 2 hubs.
Maybe we should just make a new hub.
I don't know if at some point they can like send resources to each other. That sounds possible. Right?
Send resources to each other. That certainly sounds like something that might be possible.
I mean, I guess we could always come back. I'll just take as much copper as I think I need.
The hub. You're talking about the Metro Boston area.
Yeah. I love all this technology and the way that I get the iron is just to stab the ground.
I do feel like that is the greatest area of opportunity for most survival like mining games is improve your collection animations.
Uh-oh. Okay, so there is fall damage, but it's not that bad.
Wowzers, you really did it.
I really did what?
Jumped off that cliff.
I did, yeah. Well, I wanted to see if there was fall damage. And there is, but just not very much.
Okay, listen. I just got up this cliff, and now you're asking me to jump off this cliff. Where?
Well, yeah, why else would you have gone up? Well, we're going to the hub. We're gonna build the we're gonna build a smelter.
Yikes. Imminent destruction of fix-it property. Not that bad, he says.
I only lost like 1 health pip.
This ram wants to kill me. Oh god, it has fire.
Run away from the ram, it's bad.
Okay. Hey, what game did you guys use for counterweight on the table?
The
Was it good?
yeah, it was good. It
You
was
like
it was a
like specifically not the season, but like specifically the mechanics, like the game
yeah,
system.
it was a hack of Apocalypse World.
Okay.
And it was called the Jeez. If anyone in the chat listens to Friends at the Table and can remember what that game was called. Sci-fi mechs powered by the apocalypse.
That's okay. That's enough info that I can find.
No, I
later
just
if I
always
want.
forget the name of it. That's the other thing is that like I have tried to remember the name of this game a couple
Oh,
times
gotcha.
and not been able to. The Sprawl, that's what it was called. It's called
The
The Sprawl.
Sprawl.
Thank you.
Very good name.
Thank you to Zero. Yeah, great game. I love Dungeon World, and I think The Sprawl is a really great version of the Apocalypse World rules.
We have another hub upgrade we can do if we get the right resources.
Yeah, I think that we just finished getting those resources. Oh, the craft bench is occupied. Yeah, let me build another craft bench then.
Cannot afford recipe. Oh, okay. What is this?
Okay. Copper wire.
Oh, I actually do like you. You said you were just stabbing the ground. I don't think that's necessarily fair. You were using a chisel. It's slightly different.
Okay, but I've got like a dematerializer and a zapper.
Okay, fair. I actually really, now that I see the chisel animation, I really like it.
Hey, that's your prerogative.
Because I feel like a chisel is exactly how you would collect these minerals. I think having a dematerializer is the video game coward's way out, and I commend the developers of Satisfactory for having a spine.
But what if I had like an electric chisel that was cool and more efficient?
Listen, I've never seen a chisel in a video game before, so props.
It's not really a chisel. It's just the butt end of your little handheld thing.
It's a chisel.
It's a chip, but it's not its own chisel. It's just like
I believe it is.
Oh no, it's its own
right
thing.
now.
No, it's its own thing. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, we got that. We don't have enough. We get that. We don't have enough. We get that. We don't have enough. Okay, we're close.
Ow. This is good.
This game?
Well, I just a moment ago I was saying that what we need now more than ever in video games is better resource collection animations in our mining games, and I feel like that is what Satisfactory is providing to me.
Yeah,
I like it. It's even varied. There's a few different
angles,
chiseling animations that they get in there.
Well, it's different angles, right? It's not like whole other.
Well, yeah, you like the arm changes the angle that it's chiseling at.
Yeah.
Which is different from like,
It looks natural.
Yeah. You would change it up a little bit if you were really doing it.
You know what I hate is I hate the sort of instead of like I don't know, like it seems silly. It seems like it's a distinction without a difference here. But I really hate like
love a good distinction without a difference.
So in this game you go up to the thing, right? And you hold E and I don't know, there's games where resource collection feels like you're pressing a button to use a skill and the skill is chop down tree.
Uh-huh.
And then there's versions of it like Minecraft where like you click the button and you swing once, and you click it again, and you swing again. Or in this one, or you could hold it. Or this one where you hold it. I guess there's a difference between like I don't like pressing a button and having it do like a prefab like swing your axe 3 times animation and then you use it again. Like there's something about hold.
Sounds to me like you just really like the way No Man's Sky does it, and everyone else does it the same way. Because I think No Man's Sky is the only one I can think of that doesn't just do the like hold down the button to collect the thing.
No, holding it down is fine. It's when you press it. It's when you press it and it does like a prefab like 3 hits or whatever.
Ooh,
that's what I don't like. If that makes sense. It feels like I guess there's a difference between like
you have unlocked scanner feature.
Like it makes it feel like a skill in an MMO where it's like you've got a skill that you're using instead of a thing that you're doing.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Objective. Complete hub upgrade.
And which one do you think is satisfactory?
I think this is fine. I think holding it is fine.
No, sorry, I meant which version do you think is in Satisfactory, the game?
Oh, this is sort of halfway in between. If I just tap E, I can make him just hit once, you know? Or I can hold it and he keeps going like that.
Yeah.
Like it was like if no matter what I did, whether I tapped it or held it, the same thing happened, which is that, you know, if I did like, if just tapping E, this is, I guess, for the people watching, if tapping E made this happen, and then I had to tap E again, and I did that, and then I tap E again, like, that's what I don't like, and I've seen that.
Wow, you you smelt the copper into ingots, and then you make it into wire, then you make the wire into cables, yeah.
You need to build your own craft bench is really what needs to happen.
Oh.
Because we can only do one at a time. Here, I'll build one. I'll build one for you.
Excuse me.
I'll build one for you. How do I rotate?
Well, what do I need to build one?
3 iron plates and 3 iron rods. Which is
I don't
easy
have
enough.
any iron.
It's right there. Iron's right here.
Oh, okay. I'll go get some.
But no, what? You're too far. I mean, that's iron too. These are both iron. But what are you doing? Ooh, did her thing crash? I think you crashed.
Iron.
Oh, you back? Hello?
Huh?
You disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah, you were gone. I couldn't hear you at all.
Oh, the game seems to be starting. Oh, I'm okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh. Hi, the game decided I'm not connected to your game anymore.
Yeah, I saw you running over here, that all of a sudden you stopped, and I was like, why did you stop? Why aren't you mining? And you didn't respond, and then I was like, oh, I think she crashed again.
Oh, I was mining the whole time. I mined a bunch.
Oh yeah, you're not you never made it to the mining spot.
On my end, I was mining the whole time, and then as I was still mining, you were suddenly like, "Oh, are you back?" And I was like, yeah.
Oops. You're still not in the game, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. I don't have a lot of hope because after I crashed that last time, then
oh, there you go. You back?
I'm back, yeah. Ooh, I unlocked limestone on my scanner.
So I wanted to build a, smelter. So I need 3 more rods. Oh, that's not bad. Rod.
This is a lot of mining.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the whole point of this game is that you start with a lot of manual labor and then you unlock automation.
All right, I've got this smelter
Ooh,
now.
this is nice. This is so big and good looking.
What, the smelter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Smelter, what are you doing tonight?
Oh, nothing.
Just melting ore down into bricks. What is the build menu?
Q.
Ah,
But it needs power. Power
I
poles
see.
can be used to connect multiple buildings to the same power grid. Buildings of the constructor require a recipe to be selected and power to function. Data on recipes and buildings can be accessed by the codex.
Oh, I can make a craft bench without making like a whole new hub. Okay, that's way better. I thought I was gonna... Oh, but I do need to use the craft bench to refine the materials. And how do I use the smelter? Oh, okay, here we go.
It doesn't have power.
No power, right.
Yeah. You need
Cables?
concrete, which is
Oh,
I don't know
this
what that
slaps.
is. Oh, you have limestone, right?
No.
Oh, do you know how to get it?
I can find it if I
Okay.
want.
Do you want to go get
Craft?
some limestone and build some concrete?
I need to use this craft bench so that I can make a craft bench.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna use craft bench, make craft bench, and then I can go get some limestone.
Yeah. I need limestone too, so I might as well head out. I don't know if we both will end up needing it or not, but
Oh wow, interesting that you can just add anything to a to-do list. Like,
Oh, I
if
don't know
you
how to
just
do
want to
that.
remind yourself, like, I need to make iron rods. You can just add iron rods to your to-do list. That's pretty good.
that is cool. I don't know
Because
how
that
do
is
you do
something
that?
I struggle with in these games all the time. Is
Yeah, in these
constantly
games, in
forgetting
real
what I need.
life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's real life, and thus, because the game exists in real life.
Last Delinquent in the chat said, this game has a really good arachnophobia setting that replaces the spiders with cat JPEGs. That's really funny. Arachnophobia mode is not on. I haven't seen any spiders, but I can turn it on. I don't mind. Gameplay.
I mean, well,
Would you rather see a video game spider or a weird cat JPEG laid over a video game spider? I mean, you don't have to have it on. Video user interface. I don't know how to do this. Controls, no video. Oh, there it is. Duh. Oh, network quality? Ultra. Here, I just turned up the network quality.
Wow. Thanks.
It was on normal and now it's on ultra.
Cool.
Wow, that made the game way better.
Oh my god, the SNES and NES apps on the Switch?
Yeah.
I was streaming those games, so you can play any of those games online multiplayer. Like basically the whole app is multiplayer, and then you can just pick the games as you're playing. And I was trying to play with, I did play stream it with Phoenix one time, and we were really excited. And then we got in, and the lag was terrible. There was a huge delay on everything, and the games were unplayable, and we were so disappointed. And then we were messing around, and in the options, there was like a decrease online lag option that we turned on, and it just fixed it. And we're just like, oh, sorry, everyone. We just had to find the fix the game button.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before, but this game has the same thing basically.
Yeah. Luckily, Nintendo has since patched it. They have fixed their shit on that end, which is good.
Yeah, sure. Fix your shit, Nintendo. Why not?
There's literally no reason why not.
All right, making these ingots.
Ooh. When you're placing stuff, you rotate with the scroll button. That's pretty elegant. Because then it allows really granular rotation.
Well, depending on what kind of scroll wheel you have.
Oh.
Because if you have an unstepped one, then you have theoretically infinite. But if you have a stepped,
depending on what the game allows, yeah. I didn't notice that it is one per step. So if you had an unstepped wheel, what would that be?
Yeah, I wonder if it would do the stepping.
Yeah, or if it would just give you infinite.
You saw my new. Did you see my new keyboard with the wheel on it?
Oh no, I didn't get a good look at it. I only saw it in the background of the cat pics.
Oh, that. So that's like my main real one that I got. But do you remember that ortholinear one that I was like, hey, you were interested in a keyboard? This one that you can build is pretty cheap. It's like $50 for the case and
right.
So I ended up getting it for myself, and it ended up being a pretty big project. There was like 450 solder points to do.
Ortholinear means the keys aren't staggered.
Right, yeah. So it's semi-ortholinear because the function keys, like the like shift and tab and escape, and those are staggered, but the actual letters are not staggered. But it's got a rotary encoder built into it. And so I haven't actually set it up yet, so it just by default does system volume, but I'm going to try to write some code for it that will have it do different functions depending on what I'm doing. And that would be really cool to just the physical action of turning that dial to rotate, I think would be really fun.
Yeah.
Because I just got this big dial on my keyboard. I think like it's literally the same thing really as the scroll wheel, but I just think reaching out to the keyboard and turning it would feel excellent.
I mean, in general, I'm honestly a huge fan of knob interfaces. I think they are really good and totally underutilized in tech right now.
Yeah.
They're in Peterbilt trucks because I am a truck driver. The more modern Peterbilts often have these kinds of dials, and they basically have a really simple digital menu on the dashboard, and you just scroll up and down in the menu by turning the knob, and it is so much better than any touchscreen solution that I've seen in a car interface.
That's
and you can push the knob in to select.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What I really want to do with it, I want the main thing that I wanted to do, if I can only figure out how to get it to do one thing, the thing that I want it to be able to do is scrub through video in Sony Vegas for editing.
Oh, sure.
And then when it clicks in, so when I click it in, I want it to split a track.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yes, you can totally do that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm very excited to finish it. I fucked it up a little bit. I have to buy a better desolder. Actually, did I ever give you back your desoldering iron that you left here that you were looking for?
Oh, well, yes, but it wasn't a desoldering iron. It was just
desoldering pump.
An attachment piece for an iron I had that broke.
Okay, but I did give that back to you, right?
Yeah.
Damn
but
it.
you can get one of those for $15-20 on Amazon or whatever. It's totally
I should really buy a better soldering iron. Honestly.
Yeah, having a nice soldering iron is nice.
I have such a shit soldering iron. It's terrible.
Yeah, being able to select your temperature and being able to get to know, getting direct feedback from your soldering iron that tells you, yes, it is at the temperature that you have selected is just so nice.
Mine does have variable temperature, but It's just garbage, trash. It
Yeah.
hey, do you know have you figured out what the power is for the
Oh, how to provide power?
Yeah. No, it says no
No.
power, but I connected a line.
Power. Well, power pole, power line.
Oh, this needs fuel too. Oh, well then maybe I need
Power line and power poles.
um
Okay.
I think I need to build a pole, not a line. I think that was
Well,
my
it
mistake.
ooh,
I
a
need
biomass burner. Wow, okay. Hey, put some leaves in the
Hey, do you have
biomass burner.
do you have some
Let's see what that does. No connection.
Yeah, it doesn't have power. So I
Oh,
think it's because I thought this thing was powered already, but I
yeah.
believe we now need a power pole.
Okay, I thought the power pole was just a stand-in for like if you didn't have the hub to connect it directly to.
No connection. And so now power line.
But I wonder, does this power pole have to be connected to something?
No.
Yeah, it has no power.
How do you connect this to power?
Oh, it is.
Nope, there we
Okay.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
I got it. I think it was when it said no power, I think it was just not providing any power.
Sure. Oh,
So
but
now
the,
this thing is now
okay.
smelting, and now your biomass burner is burning.
Okay. Interesting, because like now I'm wondering like, so what? Like, what is the limit on your power
4.
production?
4
Like,
things.
It's literally but no, I mean like. So you get power from power poles, and so you're just literally limited by how many power poles you can create. Like you just make 1,000,000 power poles, you have all the power you need.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
That's weird.
Well, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the limitations on this are. All I know is that you can build a power pole, and then each power pole can power 4 things.
Okay.
It seems like.
Okay, so what's weird is the biomass burner says it's consuming 4 megawatts, but also producing 4 megawatts? Or I guess it's producing...
Oh, well, it is burning. That's what it does, is burns.
Well, I'm wondering, is that creating the power?
Maybe.
Or...
Oh, maybe. Well, let's...
Like, maybe it wasn't burning not because it didn't have power. It had nothing to provide power to.
Oh.
And then when you connected it via the power pole to the smelter is when it started burning. That'd be pretty cool. And so that's why you can get
Okay, so
many leaves.
the consumption is not the burner that's consuming, it's the smelter that is consuming.
Right, and the burner is producing the power by burning the leaves.
Right. So there's your answer. That's what
Yeah.
that's what it's limited by, is that you need the biomass burner.
I'm sprinting through the leaves.
I have now added my leaves to the burner.
Nice. How many?
Like 400.
Nice.
Or no, it was like 200.
Yeah, I literally just ran over here and collected 200 more, so it's like not a problem.
All right, so I need more cables. I need 4 more cables and a bunch more plates.
Oh, it's limited to 500 right now. It can't hold more than 500.
Well, I'm about to upgrade the thing, so maybe that'll...
Cool. So why did this thing turn from yellow to green? Or from green to yellow? Oh, because it's out of stuff to smelt?
Yes, must be. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay. I think I have more ore. Or maybe not. Oh, and now I have wood. I'm sure that would burn.
That's not enough. It's not enough. We need 75 plates. Do you have any plates? Can I have some plates if you have some plates? I need
I have
17
some
plates.
Yeah.
You have it.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Iron plates?
Yeah. Actually, it's okay because I need to get copper anyway, so
Oh, okay.
I might as well. So we need to
Um,
figure out a way to get that copper over here without me having to do something. Hey, does anyone in the chat can anyone in the chat tell me that I unlocked an auto miner, but I don't know how to build that auto miner. It was like one of the first things that we unlocked. Tier 1. Look at this guy. Portable miner.
Portable miner.
Maybe it's just in tab. Maybe I already have it. No.
Oh, is it number 2? No, that's power line. Power line and power pole. I see. Oops. Is it one of these letter keys?
No.
No.
See, it's right here. Portable miner. Already unlocked. Can be set up on a resource node to automatically extract the resource. Very limited storage space.
Okay, so...
Oh, conveyor belt. We're about to have a conveyor belt, so I assume maybe the auto miner can be set up with a conveyor belt to go into the smelter.
Right. Where did you find the auto miner?
It's just part of the hub upgrade 1. It's just one of the rewards of the hub upgrade 1. Maybe just like sitting. No, it's not in there.
Yeah, maybe it's just here.
Yeah, it's not in there.
It doesn't seem to be in our, like, quarters.
Equipment
Yeah,
workshop.
I'm
Did you
really
build?
at a loss.
Did you build an
honestly.
equipment workshop?
Lost.
Is that this? Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's in the thing that you built already.
That's where it is?
Yeah, it's in the equipment workshop.
Oh, so maybe
I didn't.
maybe they were telling us you now have access to an auto miner, but the way you got access was to build an equipment workshop?
Yeah, it didn't. I didn't realize that was part of it.
Did you take it?
No, I need more iron rods to build it.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Oh, so I do have one.
Well,
I
yeah,
have one.
yeah. And now I have one as well.
I have one.
I have one.
I made this.
Okay.
How do I? What? Oh. What?
You have to put it in your hands.
I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Tab.
Oh, you have to put it in your hands? Your one hand slot?
Yeah.
Then where did my thing go? It's gone.
Did you build it?
No. Oh my god, look, come over here. It's sitting up on the thing.
Okay. It's going pretty fast.
So this is iron.
Yeah.
So I'll go set us up on like some copper.
Yeah, we need copper. We need copper bad.
Oh, there's like no copper.
Yeah,
around.
do you remember when we were over where that guy spit fire at you? That's where that's the closest to copper.
Okay. Never mind for now then.
Oh, we need the copper. So if you're not gonna go, then I'll
Well.
go.
Okay. Well, enjoy it.
Okay, so it won't.
There we go. So that's the purpose for these like weird plates of iron on the ground. Pretty cool.
What's the purpose for the weird plates of iron?
The auto miners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to be able to have the portable miner take it back. It can clearly walk. That's the thing. I want it to walk back to me.
I don't think it can clearly walk. I think it can clearly stand.
Mm.
No, I don't think those are the same thing. Go ask Boston Dynamics.
I saw it. I saw it like place itself.
Yeah,
on the ground.
I mean, just because you had to place it, and then it had legs that came out that helped it stand up. And I think that's what the conveyor belts are for. Whew. Getting, my lips are reaching their talk limit.
I mean, we've been going for a while. I feel like we're pretty much ready to get done.
Yeah, it's just it's a fun game that I'm enjoying.
That's good.
So what are we doing now? I guess we need a to-do list.
I definitely see it. That's walking to me.
Okay.
It like kind of spins around like it. Sorry, what were you asking?
I don't know. I would think I was saying like we should add some stuff to a to-do list. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's what I'm to doing.
You're making a listicle.
Yeah.
Top 10 things we most need to build. What is that? What are you? Green power slug. I got a green power slug.
I think I might have just crashed again. Oh,
Damn.
no, I didn't.
Okay, that's
Nope.
good. Ooh, it takes longer to get copper.
Oh, yeah, it does. Or well, I think that's because is it impure?
Yeah, it's impure.
Yeah, the iron that we have is pure.
Ooh, I found pure iron.
Oh yeah, these green power slugs. I will hold E to pick up this green power slug. Gross.
Oh, damn, there's like a purple valley.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Where are you? How do you see this purple valley? You're not close to me.
Well, I see a purple
Like purple mist?
pond area.
It's pretty much sick, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. It said that it had a small inventory. It said that the portable miner had a small inventory.
Uh-huh.
It can hold 100 ore. That's not nothing.
Well, it's nothing if you're gonna leave it alone for a long time.
Yeah.
I found a very strange looking plant/animal. Oh god, it's
Ooh,
bugs.
is it planimal?
It's bugs and they hate me.
Oh yeah, those guys hate you. Sometimes those heal you, and sometimes they turn into bugs and they hate you. It's cool. It's a disguise. It's like it masks itself as a good guy.
Yeah, everyone loves that. That won't get patched out. Oh fuck! Now one of these rams showed up. Now I'm totally screwed.
Damn.
I died.
Rough break.
19 letters long.
This is 19 letters long.
Hey,
What's up?
what you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get there we go. Alright. Making copper ore.
Whoa, the light is blue.
That's green.
What? No, it's on my screen. It's blue.
Oh no, I thought that I fixed this when I
Wait,
did the network.
I didn't mean the light. I didn't mean the light on the smelter. I meant the light behind you, like the actual light.
No, you meant the smelter.
Okay.
You were wrong. Admit it. Okay. All right, let's upgrade the hub and then we'll get out of here. We'll do our last hub grade.
Okie doke.
I need just a little bit more of that and then some more of that. Oh,
Just a little bit more of that,
and a
and
little
a
bit
little bit
more of that. You can find that on your radio. New hit radio song. What?
New
Is
hit
that weird to
radio
say?
song. Yeah. calling something a radio song. It's like when you would. It's like when you like refer to smoking weed as smoking drugs.
Counting down top radio songs of 2020.
These are your top radio songs.
Hub grade.
Ooh, upgrade.
We unlocked conveyor belts, conveyor poles,
Oh,
and
shit.
more inventory slots. Conveyor belt
shit.
transports up to used to move resources between buildings.
What? Did you move the auto miner?
No,
Congratulations.
it's over in the other one. You put it on the other one.
Building, conveyor belts and poles.
Well, no, I meant the one that
Inventory,
you placed.
additional slots.
Yeah, I took it to the copper.
Map
I took it
objective.
and
Complete hub
brought it to where the
upgrade
copper
five.
is.
Note,
I see.
portable miners cannot be connected to conveyor belts.
Damn.
Let's
When planning
let's
the
connect the
construction of
conveyor belt to the
buildings,
auto
note the
miner,
placement of
portable
conveyor
miner.
belts.
Portable miners cannot be connected to conveyor belts. That's such
They
a bummer.
can't?
No,
What?
that's what it said.
Madness. But you could run a conveyor belt to the portable miner so that it wouldn't take up your inventory space. Like you just run there, pick up the ore, put it on the conveyor belt, and then walk away.
Maybe it might have to be connected to a building.
Let's find out.
No, I think we gotta log out. This is log off time.
All right.
I mean, I guess we can find out if you want. That's fine.
I'm not seeing how to make
Logistics.
conveyor pole. Ooh. Cool. The conveyor belt must snap to a conveyor pole or an input-output of a building. This is probably we probably have to turn the smelter around, right?
Well, there's iron right here.
All right. Do. Oh, I need more iron plates.
Isn't that the way?
Sure is. Gotta spend ore to make ore, you know?
Spend metal to make metal.
Yeah. So let's go to this guy here. Oh, this thing only smelts copper?
No, it's just smelting copper now.
Oh, I have to switch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was slightly fiddly to figure out how to get it to switch without like starting before I was ready, but there's a standby switch that helps. But this is fine because oh, I know what to do. Oh, I understand now why what you meant by we should turn it around.
Yeah, like to send it from the auto miner into the input
Yeah.
side of the
How do we spin it though? Is that possible?
We'd probably have to like pick it up, or there is some kind of like demolition. If you F is demolition, but I don't know if that means you can.
It looks like you can only dismantle it.
Yeah, I don't know. It says you get some resources back, but I don't know if it's full resources.
Here, why don't you take the stuff out of there?
Okay, all right.
And we'll turn it so that it's facing so that it's facing the right way.
Right.
Okay.
Should be good.
Okay, and now
Then I'm gonna go make some plates.
production smelter. That's not quite lined up. There we go.
Oh, that's how you wanted to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that works. Because now the
Um,
conveyor belt comes out here and can go into, can go over here. Right?
Sure.
What was the way that you were thinking? Because that's the input, right?
Can't afford.
Why don't
Oh, I
you
have
why don't you bring
concrete.
it to this one, which is really close?
All right. Well, that's just where my miner was. Well, because we already had the input side pointed at this one, so when you were switching it, I thought you meant.
Oh,
to
I was
turn around to
I
the
switched
other
it to make the
auto
output side closer, more in line with the thing, so we could have it go from the output to our inventory box.
miner. Ah, I see.
Although it's still
Concrete.
not quite. It's still
Oh, I
not
need
quite right.
limestone for the thing. Do we have any? Sounding like a
For
big no
concrete,
on that
I
one.
have concrete. If you need
Oh.
concrete, how much concrete do you need?
A 1, I think.
Here's 3. I put it in our box. I actually don't know anymore. I don't know. Like, I don't know how. I think we should do, if we play this again, I'll figure out the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
It does not work the way that I kind of pictured it working. Like, it connects very easily to the end of this building, but then I
Yeah.
don't know how to get it to, like, actually connect to our hub.
Well, it can only connect to the input or output of a building. So I don't know that our hub has any inputs or outputs,
Yeah.
other than it has the input of the biomass burner, possibly. I don't know if that counts. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem
like
to
it
think that it
counts.
counts. Yeah.
That's sort of the thing. I'm like, well, what use is the conveyor belt? All it does is drop it at the end of a conveyor belt.
Well, I think right now we have probably much more limited use for the conveyor belt than we will have if we start unlocking more buildings. But I think right now the smelter can connect to
Okay, so
What?
the miner, the next upgrade we get a
the
miner.
constructor. The smelter can connect to a constructor is what it can do.
Constructor.
I can go make that, I think.
Need more
Oh,
cable.
where'd all my copper go?
Okay, let's end it. We've gone long
All
on
right.
this. All right. Well, that was this game.
Satisfactory.
That was Satisfactory. I would eventually do another session of this on an episode at some point. I think this is all right to do.
I love this.
Yeah, this is sort of your kind of game.
Yeah.
You can find the show on Twitter at RunButton. We don't talk about that
But
enough.
most importantly, you can support the show at contentburger.biz, patreon.com/runbutton.
Yeah, that's how you get access to a bunch of extra stuff, and that's how you show us
Shenmue.
that you love us.
You get access to our live recording sessions.
Yeah.
Don't just wait for them to hit YouTube. Come watch them live.
Yeah, that's it. All right, bye. Thanks, everyone.
Love you.